Coming up, a suspect is in custody. He's the man wanted in connection with a stabbing in South Fargo. Discolored tap water, how and why that will soon be showing up in some area homes. And how you have a chance to team up with your mail carrier to help stamp out hunger. Hello and welcome to the Nightly Review. I'm Tom Tucker. We begin with a look at tonight's headlines, then a closer look. With more tonight from an area child care provider who says the industry needs more state funding to help them keep their doors open. And in tonight's one-on-one conversation, details on how you can team up with your mail carrier to help stamp out hunger. But first tonight, a man wanted in a stabbing in South Fargo last Friday has been arrested in Beltrami County, Minnesota. Police say 23-year-old Jonathan Arthur Peterson was arrested without incident. He does not have a permanent address. Police say their investigation revealed the victim and Peterson knew each other and were together in the moments leading up to the stabbing. The victim suffered a deep cut to his stomach and was taken to the hospital. Fargo police are asking for the public's help in finding a missing 31-year-old man who was reported missing Monday. Casey Kohlberg was reported missing by his family and was last seen near their home in North Fargo. It was unclear when he was last spotted. Anyone with information in the case is asked to contact the Fargo Police Department. The Minnesota State Patrol is investigating a deadly crash. A 19-year-old man from Fargo was killed when the car he was driving was struck by an SUV on Highway 10 east of Glendon. Troopers say the victim was trying to cross Highway 10 just before 6 o'clock Monday night when his car was struck. 3 people in the SUV were not hurt. The victim's name has not yet been released. A War Road man has admitted to breaking into a home and trying to kill the mother of his children. It happened last month in Otter Tail County. 36-year-old Pethusa Prathane pleaded guilty Monday to felony counts of attempted murder and burglary in connection to the April attack on his wife at her mother's home in Pelican Rapids. Prathane signed a plea agreement that would give him a sentence of 183 months in prison if approved by a judge. The Fargo Education Association has endorsed 5 candidates for the Fargo Public School Board in the June 14th election, and none of them is an incumbent. The endorsed candidates are Melissa Birkland, Katie Christensen, Greg Clark, Nyamal Day, and Lynn Telford. The 5 candidates who were endorsed are among 15 people running for 5 open seats on the Fargo Public School Board. We are just a few weeks away from groundbreaking for one of the biggest public projects in the city of West Fargo. It's for the new fire department headquarters.
So May 25th at 9 in the morning, we're going to have our groundbreaking. We're just finalizing the program for that, but we're assuming that week is going to be the first shovel into the ground. We'll probably have to get through some water first, but maybe pump out some standing water because we've got a lot of rain lately.
Fire Chief Dan Fuller says the $18.5 million project has been years in the making and says the extra space is needed. Calls for fire service in West Fargo have increased by more than 300% over the past 5 years. Meanwhile, the West Fargo Fire Department has unveiled a new pumper and rescue unit to serve the community. The pumper carries tools, a full complement of hoses, and a 750-gallon water tank. The rescue unit is mainly used for fire scene rehabilitation, air tank refills, heavy rescue and water rescue, and hazmat operations. The new equipment replaces a 14-year-old engine and a 20-year-old rescue unit. We are told blocked storm drains are partly to blame for the street flooding that rushed through parts of Fargo and West Fargo yesterday. A number of vehicles stalled in the high water yesterday, which officials say could have been avoided if drivers didn't try to cross water-covered roads. Heavy rain taxed the drainage system, with some storm drains clogged with debris, which created more flooding. Well, some people living in Fargo may soon begin seeing some discoloration of their tap water. The fire department says, fear not. The department is flushing hydrants around the city, and the discoloration is only temporary, they say. Officials say it's not uncommon for iron oxide to dislodge in the pipes, but the flushing will remove the minerals and sediment that builds up over time. You're advised to run your tap and bath water until it runs clear. And the Fargo National Cemetery plans to host a Memorial Day event at 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Monday, May 30th. Army Captain Chad Malmberg, a recipient of the Silver Star and the Bronze Star, will give the keynote address. The Fargo Memorial Honor Guard and the Red River Band will also be at the event. In a closer look tonight, child care providers in Minnesota are asking state lawmakers for help. They want the legislature to use some of the state's $9.3 billion budget surplus to increase funding for child care assistance. Among the challenges they're facing in the industry, they're having a tough time recruiting and retaining employees.
We could offer our employees benefits so we could retain our employees. Right now, we're just a stepping stone for college students who want to go into early childhood. They go to the public school or Head Start, but we could offer benefits and we could make childcare a career because right now it's just a job.
Nicole Flick is the owner of ABC 123 Child Enrichment Center in Dilworth. She and many other child care providers demonstrated across Minnesota Monday as part of a nationwide event called A Day Without Child Care. Flick says even a fraction of the $9.3 billion budget surplus would be incredibly beneficial, saying every dollar invested returns $13 in value. Flick says the average child care worker now earns $13 an hour.
They don't have any benefits, they don't have any paid time off. So if they're gone, they either have to use their paid time off or they go without pay. And they're already being paid impoverished wages. So that's a lot for a single mom or a family even.
A recent informal survey by the local Chamber of Commerce found child care to be one of the most pressing issues for area business leaders, with many parents reporting difficulties in finding child care. Many local providers simply don't have the capacity to take on more children. In fact, a recent study by the Minneapolis Federal Reserve found child care availability and affordability are contributing factors to the ongoing labor shortage impacting so many industries. Well, thanks for choosing the Nightly Review as your source for news and information here in the FM Metro. Please tell a friend about the show, and if you haven't done so already, please hit subscribe and the bell button below. A beautiful day weather-wise across the region. Hopefully it continues. Meteorologist Justin Storm has the forecast from the Skywatch Weather Center.
Thanks, Tom. As we head through the rest of this evening into tonight, we'll see increasing clouds and temperatures dropping into the lower 50s to upper 40s across the area. Wind will lighten up as it turns to the east around 5 to 10, but increase between 10 and 20, gusting to 30 out of the east on your Wednesday. Partly sunny to mostly cloudy throughout the day with some scattered showers and thunder showers in the afternoon. Highs will be near 70 degrees, and we'll see some scattered thunderstorms developing late Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday night. 1 or 2 storms could be strong to severe, with a hail and damaging wind threat being the greatest concerns. Another chance for severe weather comes on Thursday afternoon, with a few tornadoes, damaging wind, and hail all being possibilities.
It could happen to you or someone you love. One moment, one diagnosis can change everything. Thankfully, there's a program that helps caring people uplift families through a crisis. Lend a Hand Up, raising financial help and hope through community benefits and online campaigns. A program that boosts generosity so gifts go further. Lend a Hand Up helps you help your neighbors. Learn more and give at lendahandup.org.
Welcome back to the Nightly Review. In tonight's one-on-one conversation, the topic is an important nationwide food drive involving mail carriers. If you'd like to support the cause, all you have to do is leave non-perishable food items by your mailbox this coming Saturday, and your letter carrier will pick it up. Food items collected in the FM area will be taken to the Great Plains Food Bank in Fargo for distribution to area food pantries. I asked Great Plains Food Bank CEO Melissa Sobolik how the event Stamp Out Hunger makes a local difference.
Well, this is the 30th year that the Postal Service is doing their food drive, and with COVID, they did a virtual food drive only, so they weren't able to pick up food at the doors, but we're so excited to be back to semi-normal, and people can leave food on their doorsteps. Their postal carriers will pick it up, they'll bring it back to the food bank, and we need the product now more than ever before.
Talk about the significant need for food right now and how demand has been increasing in recent days.
You know, we're really starting to see a boost around summer. We have a lot of kids who are home, they don't get their school lunches, and so their parents are struggling to make ends meet and feed the kiddos. And if you're looking at prices right now, gas prices, grocery prices, everything is through the roof. So people are in dire straits, and this food comes at a perfect time.
You touched upon inflation, and it's certainly impacting everyone. How is it impacting the overall operation there at the Great Plains Food Bank in Fargo?
You know, it's been a struggle for sure. Obviously, our fuel prices have gone up. We're trucking food all over the state, and that's getting more costly. It's getting harder and harder for us to get our hands on some very tough to get canned goods, which is surprising, but the price is going up. We're just not able to get that supply in. And our volunteers, our staff, everything is costing a little bit more, so our dollar doesn't stretch quite as far as it used to, but we're doing our absolute best to get food on the tables of so many hungry North Dakotans.
What are some of the products that you're having a hard time getting a hold of?
You know, canned green beans and corn, canned fruits, peanut butter, cereal, a lot of those types of products. But, you know, really anything that you're buying at a grocery store, someone in a food pantry is looking for that as well. So if you can, buy 2 cans, take a can out of your cupboard, donate it, because it will get to helping a neighbor.
And thanks to Melissa Sobolik, the CEO of the Great Plains Food Bank, for joining me for tonight's one-on-one conversation about the food drive happening this coming Saturday. Again, it's called Stamp Out Hunger, and it's put on by the National Letter Carriers Association. All you need to do is set out boxed or bagged food by your mailbox, and it will be picked up. To learn more, check out the website stampouthungerfooddrive.us. Well, that will do it for this Tuesday night, May 10th, 2022. I'm Tom Tucker. Thanks for watching the Nightly Review.